The emergency room at St. Gabriel Medical Center was overflowing with patients. After a major highway accident, doctors raced between trauma bays while nurses fought to save every life. Among them was Emma Carter, a quiet ER nurse in blue scrubs with dark hair tied in a messy bun and a stethoscope hanging around her neck. To everyone else, Emma looked exhausted, fragile, and ordinary. The younger staff often whispered that she looked too soft to survive the pressure of the ER. None of them knew she had once served as a legendary Navy SEAL combat medic, recruited years earlier into a classified mission that officially never existed. She had buried that past and chosen a peaceful life in medicine until tonight. Suddenly, the hospital doors exploded open as a masked gunman in black tactical gear stormed inside, firing into the ceiling and taking everyone hostage. Doctors, nurses, and frightened patients dropped to their knees. The gunman grabbed Emma from behind, pressing a pistol against her head while demanding access to a mysterious patient who had been admitted under military protection. The terrified crowd believed the quiet nurse was about to die. Emma remained perfectly calm, silently studying every movement, every weapon, every exit, knowing that revealing her true identity too early could destroy the secret operation she had spent years protecting. As the gunman searched the hospital, Emma noticed the tactical mistakes he kept making. She realized he was part of a larger mercenary team trying to eliminate the injured undercover intelligence officer hidden inside the ER. When the gunman became distracted, Emma struck with lightning speed, twisting his wrist, forcing the pistol away, and dropping him to the floor before anyone understood what had happened. The other armed attackers rushed into the emergency department, but Emma used years of Navy SEAL combat training to outsmart them, protecting doctors, nurses, and patients while leading everyone to safety. Police tactical officers arrived moments later and captured the remaining criminals. The rescued intelligence officer revealed that Emma had secretly protected him, exactly as planned. Federal agents entered the hospital and quietly thanked her for completing the classified mission without exposing innocent lives to unnecessary danger. The shocked hospital staff finally learned that the gentle ER nurse they had underestimated was one of the most highly trained combat medics ever to serve. Emma refused medals or public recognition, returned to her blue scrubs, picked up her stethoscope, and calmly walked back into the emergency room to care for her next patient. Before leaving, the hospital director looked at the staff and said, "Never judge someone by how quiet they seem. Sometimes the greatest heroes wear scrubs instead of uniforms." The following morning, news of the hospital siege spread across the city, but the official reports described Emma only as a brave nurse. The classified details remained hidden. Curious co-workers wondered how she had defeated armed mercenaries with such precision. One retired military doctor recognized her fighting style and quietly confronted her. Emma admitted that years earlier she had volunteered for dangerous overseas rescue missions as a Navy SEAL medic, saving soldiers and civilians in impossible situations. She had left that life after losing close teammates and promised herself she would never fight again unless innocent lives depended on it. The doctor thanked her for protecting everyone and promised her secret would stay safe. Even though the hospital now looked at her differently, Emma insisted she was simply a nurse whose duty was to save lives, whether with medicine or courage. Weeks later, life at St. Gabriel Medical Center returned to normal. Emma continued treating patients with the same kindness and humility she always had. The people she had rescued never forgot her bravery, but she never sought fame or attention. One evening, a young nursing student asked Emma what made a true hero. Emma smiled gently and replied, "A hero isn't the strongest person in the room. A hero is the one who protects others when they're afraid." Inspired by her words, the entire staff dedicated themselves to serving patients with greater compassion than ever before. As Emma walked through the busy emergency room in her familiar blue scrubs and stethoscope, no one saw a former Navy SEAL anymore. They saw the nurse who had risked everything to save complete strangers. Her greatest victory was not defeating armed criminals, but proving that courage, kindness, and selfless service will always be stronger than fear.